Hey YouTube, it's Arrogant God Jealous, and you gotta laugh here because I found out something yesterday. A friend of mine who I work with, who is a religious Christian, and that's no problem with me, but here's something funny. We were talking yesterday, and she apparently revealed that she thinks, because of her church telling her this, that apparently dinosaurs used to roam the earth alongside man. In other words, in the Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve were, there were dinosaurs. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is funny. And now I have to say that, now I'm done laughing, I'd like to point out why this is completely impossible. Let's take a look, shall we? Fossil age. What this means is the age of the fossils for the dinosaurs and for man. Now, as we know, the fact of the matter is that the way this works is based on how far under they've been buried and how much decay they have, that determines how old they are. And here's the truth. The dinosaur bones are buried way deeper below than any human fossils, so that's the first problem, and quite honestly, if man lived alongside dinosaurs, you'd think they'd be around the same age, wouldn't they? But they aren't. All the human fossils we've found take place way later, long after the dinosaurs became extinct. So that's the very first problem we have. Second problem we have is lack of stories that verify this. In other words, have you ever seen a cave drawing that shows a caveman alongside a dinosaur? I haven't. If you can find one, please do show me, because I'd love to see it. And I don't want a photoshopped one either, so don't go trying that on me. So that's the first problem, and also, if there were dinosaurs, how come I haven't heard any folklore or stories about these dinosaurs being alongside man? Because if there are, I'd love to hear them. That would be quite interesting. An old folklore story about a man who interacts with some dinosaurs. And by the way, people, for the record, seeing as some of you are too stupid to realize this, the Flintstones does not count as historically accurate or as folklore. It was a fictional cartoon made after we discovered the dinosaur bones. And Barney the dinosaur doesn't count either, so don't try that on me either. So yeah, you have to find some other form of folklore or urban legend or stories about dinosaurs being around man, or find some cave drawings of a dinosaur and man interacting. I'll accept that as evidence, but either way, so far there hasn't been any of that found yet. So yeah. If you can find some, please do show, because that would be interesting. But if not, yeah, not gonna happen. So there you go. No evidence in terms of stories. Problem number 3. How did man survive what killed the dinosaurs? As we can imagine, if for some reason there really were dinosaurs living alongside man, how exactly did man survive? Let's face it, if the dinosaurs were alongside man, and keep in mind this is primitive man, we'd probably be pretty screwed up because they would have killed us off. In fact, that's why I think that we weren't able to roam the earth until after they died off. It's probably because any of the bacteria that was going to turn into monkey and then into a man was probably made impossible, like eaten or something, so they made it kind of difficult for that to happen. So obviously, that would be out of the question, and The other problem I have is, we all know that the dinosaurs eventually became extinct. Now, most likely it was either through meteors or Ice Age or some combination of the two stories. Well, actually, that is pretty much it. It's a combination of those two. Meteorites hit the Earth, harmed the dinosaurs, and then the Ice Age came in and killed them. So here's a question. If that was what it took to kill the dinosaurs, how did we manage to survive it? Was it, or maybe you could just say that it was Noah forgetting the dinosaurs at all, and that was how they died. But problem is that creationists do not use that at all. They claim that Noah actually did bring the dinosaurs on the ship, and that they were brought out after. And for that matter, how come none of the Bible stories say anything about dinosaurs? I mean, I'm sure they'd be much more valuable than cattle or donkeys. But nope, apparently no one cared about having them as help. Go figure. So anyways, how did the dinosaurs die, but yet we survived? Especially considering how primitive we were back then. And in truth, even with our current technology, if it's something able to kill the dinosaurs, I'm pretty sure we wouldn't stand a chance, even today. Okay, it would be unlikely at least. So that's the problem. How did they die, yet we survive? Okay, so with these three things in mind of the fossil age, the lack of urban folklore or stories, and the fact that they somehow died but we survived, this brings me to only one possible conclusion. It's that dinosaurs became extinct before the dawn of man. So, creationists, if you believe this, you're a bunch of idiots. Go and find evidence and then come back. Later.